Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today, just like the title says, I'm gonna be walking you through my current everyday makeup routine. Now, if you've been watching my videos for a long time, I feel like my makeup has gone through a bunch of different changes. I've gone through seasons where I love wearing lots of makeup and it's like this artistic expression for me. And then I've gone through other seasons where I wear a lot less makeup, and that is the season that I'm in right now. Now I will say, I actually went to Sephora about a week ago with my sister and my sister-in-law and a lifelong childhood friend, and we were shopping, and I realized when we were looking at stuff, I was like, whoa, even right now in my less minimal makeup phase, I still wear so much makeup. So I just want to put that out there. I still wear a lot of makeup, but for me, this is not that much makeup compared to the past, and I can actually get ready really fast when I do this look. I feel like it keeps me it's like a bright-eyed, fresh, natural kind of look. So yeah, I'm just gonna walk you guys through what I do, show you the products, how I apply them. I got a lot of requests for this video recently. Oh, fun, look at my t-shirt. This, well, I don't know why anyone would ask, because I'm not gonna be it's not like a style video, but I ordered a bunch of t-shirts recently. If you're a girl that likes wearing leggings or likes wearing longer t-shirts, I highly recommend checking out the men's section of Forever 21, because they have so many kind of feminine t-shirts in that section, floral print things that I really like. But yeah, I just love this shirt. This is one of the shirts that I ordered recently, and I just thought I would answer that in case any of you ask. So there's not a whole lot of rhyme or reason per se to a lot of my makeup application. I just kind of do what I do. And lately I have been mixing this Fenty Beauty foundation, often in the color 150, and then this Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage foundation, which has an SPF 15 in it, in the color Fairly Light Neutral. And actually, I will tell you the reasoning. The reason I've been mixing them, I like the color, but also I like having an SPF in my makeup because I don't really remember to put on sunscreen a lot of days. And sunscreen is actually so important for your skin, especially if you've had acne, because it helps not to sear those scars into your face. That's how a lot of hyperpigmentation forms, is from the sun. So I am gonna mix these two colors, and I'm actually just gonna apply them with my fingers. It looks like the most non-professional way to apply makeup ever, but we're just gonna be real here, people. So I just take about a less than a pea size on my finger, and then same thing with the Fenty one, maybe a little more with the Fenty, like that. I just kind of mix them together in my fingers, and I focus on the areas, my cheeks, where I feel like I need a lot of coverage. Part of the reason, by the way, that I like using my hands is because I feel like it helps to melt the product into my skin. I know a lot of people say you lose a lot of product because it goes into your fingers, but years and years of wearing makeup, this is still my favorite form of application. So then I'm gonna use my Inglot Cream Concealer in the color 34, and I'm gonna just put a little bit on my finger, and I'm gonna go over the areas that I feel like are either a little red or have some scarring, like my cheeks, and I'm just kind of gonna lightly dab it onto those areas. You know, all these years on YouTube, I have gotten so much hate for the way that I apply makeup. I make funny faces, I use the wrong products, but I've also spent a lot of time on sets. You guys know that I grew up in LA. I actually grew up in the entertainment industry, just random movies, commercials, plays, stuff like that. And when I started doing YouTube and I started getting all of these comments about how I do my makeup wrong, I would bring it up to makeup artists on set, and every single time, I'm not kidding you, every single time, maybe it was just coincidence, maybe it was the ones that were working on me, but they would laugh. They'd be like, dude, there isn't a wrong way to do your makeup. If something works for you, then that's what you do. It's not a science. So yeah, I felt encouraged by that. Now, at this point, I like to stop and kind of take a break until I feel like my cream products have dried before I apply any powder, because I feel like if you apply powder too fast to your face when your cream is still drying, you end up getting like this cakier effect. So always I will pause, I will either do my hair or go eat some food or clean up or whatever, and then I will come back maybe, depending on how much time I have in the morning, 5 to 15 minutes later, and then I'll move on with my makeup. Now you'll notice something that I have not been doing as much is I haven't really been applying as much under eye concealer. I haven't really felt like I've needed it lately, and it's just kind of been one extra step that I just haven't felt like doing. So maybe by the end you guys will disagree with me, but I'm not applying under eye concealer today. Everybody's got their own like skin concerns, and that one just hasn't been bothering me lately. So I will see you in 15 minutes. Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes, and so now I'm going to set my foundation with powder. So I'm using this Bobbi Brown powder. It's called the Skin Weightless Powder Foundation. If you've been following my makeup videos for a while, you know this is something that hasn't changed. I don't typically just use like a setting powder. I like using foundation powder because I like a lot of coverage, and then I'll just go what I deem lighter. But like I said, it's probably not lighter for most people. So I'm using the color Warm Sand 2.5, and I'm gonna use this stippling brush, and I'm just gonna swirl it in, tap it off, and then just set my whole face with this stuff. Yeah. And then that's that. So then I'm gonna take this Urban Decay Beached Bronzer in Sunkissed. My favorite all-time bronzer is the Hoola bronzer, but I like this stuff too. Clearly, I have gone down to pan. And the reason that I like this bronzer and the Hoola bronzer is because they don't have shimmer in them, and I personally don't like using bronzer with shimmer. I feel like the shimmer can bring out my acne scars on my cheeks more, so I like to just kind of tan up and almost kind of carve out my face a little bit with a matte bronzer. So I'm using this fluffy brush, swirling it around and applying it like so. And I'll even go across my eyes because I feel like it adds like a nice color. And then at this point, I tend to take my stippling brush and I kind of tend to go over areas I think might need a little softening to them. Now I'm going to apply my blush. So the blush palette that I have been reaching for has been this Tarte Blush Bazaar, and it's their Amazonian Clay blush palette. So as you can see, there are a lot of color options in here, and I kind of alternate the colors I feel like, but I notice I've been reaching a lot for kind of a mixture of Angelic, which is this color, and Skillful down here. And I just kind of dab in both. Clearly, I'm such an Enneagram 7 and super indecisive with my foundations and my blushes. I don't want to pick, so I end up just mixing. And then I do the same thing with my blush. I'm going to go in with my stippling brush and kind of soften that out a little bit. Okay, so at this point, I am going to move on to my brows. So I've been using this little brow duo for a really long time, and this is from Anastasia in the color medium brown, and it's just got 2 colors on it, and I love this brow brush I have from IT Cosmetics. This was sent to me a couple years ago, and it's still my favorite. It's remained super sturdy, which I like. So yeah, I just kind of brush out my brows. Now, my brows, if this isn't obvious to you, my brows are microbladed, which is basically like semi-permanent tattooing. I got it to kind of just fill in sparse areas. If you want to see that video, I did make a video about that process. I'll link that down below. But I still take my brow powder because, as you saw, I just kind of rubbed my foundation haphazardly. And so I like to kind of go over with a brow powder to fill in any areas that I feel like got a little too much foundation on them. So at this point, I like to take my Benefit Brow Wiz, which I've had it for so long that the packaging is completely worn off, and I don't even know what color it is, but it's a brown, and it's kind of like a colored brow gel, and I like to take it. I haven't had it that long, just long enough for the packaging to wear off, and I like to go through my brow hair, not only to set my brows, but also kind of blend everything together. Now I'm going to take my absolute favorite highlighter, and this is the Balm Mary Luminizer, and I'm not only going to use it on my eyes, I'm just going to take literally a finger and just go over. I already put some of the bronzer on my eyes. I might, it's so haphazard. I might take my finger and add a little bit more, kind of mix it. Some bronzer, some highlighter. And then once I do that, I'm gonna take this Pat McGrath Fetishize mascara. I'm going to apply mascara to my top and my bottom lashes. Mostly my top, but I do like doing a little swipe on the bottom too, just to give them some color back. I did just realize, by the way, I forgot that I wanted to add some highlighter also to the top of my cheekbones. Now I'm gonna want to get a damp beauty blender, because ever since I learned this trick, I'm obsessed, where I apply the highlighter top my cheekbones, a little bit to the tip of my nose, and then I'm gonna get a damp beauty blender, and I'm actually gonna dab that in because it helps the highlighter look more like it's glowing from within, not like a stripe across your face. Okay, so I have my damp beauty blender, and I'm just gonna go my hair's always all over my face. I feel like 70% of the time when I turn around and edit my videos, I'm like, how did I not know that I had 62 hairs like stuck on my mouth? The struggle, people. Being a hot mess is really hard. I always take a lip scrub afterwards, so I'm using this Cranberry Fizz lip scrub from Lush. I'm gonna scrub my lips just to get off foundation, dry skin, and prep them to look luscious. And even though this might be kind of gross, whatever you don't wipe off, you can actually lick because it's sugar. So at this point, I like to take a setting spray, and this is the Urban Decay All Nighter Pollution Protecting Spray, I guess. I just like setting sprays. I feel like it makes my makeup last longer, and I feel like it sets really beautifully. So I'm gonna shake it up. There we go. And then last but not least, lately, okay, so you guys know I have been obsessed with Fresh, the company Fresh, and their lip balm called Sugar since I was like, dude, 16, so like almost half of my life. And it's really cool on a side note because I'm on their PR mailing list, so they like send me products now, and every time I literally squeal as I open the packages. But they make different colors of their Sugar lip balm, and this color, Rose, is just a light pink, I think very natural looking color, and their lip balms are so moisturizing because they have sugar in them, and sugar is a humectant, so it pulls moisture from the air and plumps up your lips up. And that is my makeup. So I'm gonna do my hair next, but I did want to say this moves so much faster when I'm not doing my makeup on camera and like explaining every step. I can literally, if I need to, be done in 10 minutes, maybe even faster than that, honestly. Like if I'm really needing to rush, I ran out the door for the movies the other night, probably in like 5 minutes. I had been lying in bed the whole day, really the whole week, because of a neck injury. You know that if you follow me on Instagram. And Dan and I were like, let's get out of the house. And I was like, oh, the movie starts in 40 minutes. And he's like, let's go. So I jumped up, and I was literally done with my makeup in 5 minutes. And I honestly think it looked as good as it looks now. So yeah, so now I'm gonna do my hair. And yeah. So I had my hair up in this messy bun I had slept with, but the night before, actually like the late afternoon before, I had washed my hair, let it air dry, and then when it was like 80% dry, I added some little braids to like the straighter parts of my hair to help give them some wave. So I clearly took down all of my hair, took out all of the braids. And then once I pulled my hair up in a ponytail, I took the couple pieces that I felt like just didn't have the right shape, and I wrapped them around a curling iron. It literally took like 2 minutes. And then I threw a hair scarf in my hair, and this was my hair. So easy, messy, but I still think cute. That's my favorite kind of look, is like messy cute, if that's a thing. And then this was my outfit. Now I did film a day in my life on this day, and that video will be coming up very soon. But yeah, there you go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you missed my last video, I uploaded a day in my life, and I also uploaded an essential oils haul this week. And if you got this far, spoiler alert, I'm so excited. I'm uploading a music video tomorrow. So I'm just pretty excited about all of the stuff that has been going up, and your guys' support has just meant so much to me. Like, I can't stop talking about it, how happy I've been with my videos and our community, and I just really appreciate you guys. So yeah, don't forget to check out the info box for my secret / not so secret giveaways I've been doing on all of my videos, just to say thank you to those of you that are really paying attention to my stuff. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and that is all. Okay, bye.